Good morning, Heather. You're up already, right? I'm going on a trip with friends today. I was wondering if you could take care of my daughter for a while. Sis, what's been calling me so early in the morning? As I said, I need you to take care of my daughter, Crystal. You get to take care of your lovely niece. Isn't that great? What? I can't take care of her all of a sudden. Why not? You're unemployed and have time, right? You're unemployed too, right? Don't compare me to you. I have a great job as a mother. You leave her with me all the time and go out. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. I have to take care of my mother-in-law. Of course, you need to take care of your husband's mother, right? I split with my husband and have to raise my child on my own. It's stressful every day. On the other hand, you don't have kids and you're home all day anyway. You should at least take care of your niece. I told you before, I don't have kids, but I have someone to take care of. Taking care of her isn't a big deal. Your mother-in-law isn't senile and can do a lot of things except walk, right? Besides, my daughter is low maintenance. You can watch her while you take care of your mother-in-law. Crystal is a good girl, but this is still too sudden. You should have at least called the day before. It's not my fault. I was so excited about the trip that I forgot to call you. Can't you take Crystal on the trip too? No. I can't enjoy traveling if I have a kid with me. I can't even go out for drinks at night. To be honest, she'd just be in the way. In the way. You don't have to put it like that. I'm just trying to get away from raising a kid and recharge. What's the point if she's with me? You should be plenty recharged, shouldn't you? You leave her with me at least once a week. Shut up! You don't understand how I feel because you've never had a child. Raising a child is much harder than you think. I know it's hard, but I can't take care of her today. Huh? I wish my husband was here, but he's not. He's been on a business trip since yesterday, and I'm the only one at home. My mother-in-law, she's been sick a lot lately. I can't take care of her and Crystal at the same time. It's too late to say no now. Huh? I already left her at the door. Excuse me? Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't notice because I didn't press the doorbell. Actually, I was near your house. I left Crystal at your front door. Please take care of her for a week. What? That's horrible. You left your child without telling me. I'm telling you now. Oh, come on. And a week is too long. Where the hell are you going? Overseas? Overseas? It'll take a whole day just to get there. I don't think a week is long at all. I can't believe you're going overseas without your daughter. Oh, don't worry. I made sure to pack a lot of clothes. That's not the point. It's unbelievable that you would just show up and ask me to take care of your child for a week. So I told you, I forgot. You're such a nitpick. Sis, do you call yourself a mother? If you're going to neglect Crystal like this, I think it would be better if your ex-husband had custody of Crystal. That way, Crystal's future would be safer. He seems more sincere and kind. You've got to be kidding me. If I didn't have custody, I wouldn't get child support. You could just work. I don't want to. I've been a stay-at-home mom since my ex and I got married. I can't go out to work now. This is absurd. You took Crystal in because you didn't want to work. Oh, shut up. Anyway, take care of her. I'll buy you some souvenirs. Look forward to it. Hey, sis. I've got a plane to catch. Wait. I can't take her for a week. Hi, Heather. How are you? I'm enjoying my vacation in the South Seas as a reward for taking care of everybody. I'll send you a picture of the beautiful seaside. No, thank you. Don't be shy. The sea is really blue and beautiful. It will definitely heal your heart. My mother-in-law has been sick since last night. Oh my! That's terrible! I tried to call my husband, but he won't answer. He doesn't reply to my texts either. I want him to come home as soon as possible. Marvin can't come home. What? What do you mean? Why do you think that is? No way. Actually, I'm on this trip with him. He's crazy about me in a swimsuit. He's been taking pictures of me the whole time. I'm tired of posing for pictures. What? I'm sorry. I stole your husband. Wait a minute. You said you were on a trip with Marvin. You lied when you said you were going on a trip with your friends. Yeah. I don't have any friends to go on a trip with. Right now, it's just me and Marvin. I can't believe it. So my husband lied about going on a business trip too. That's right. He took some paid vacation off to go on a trip with me. How long have you two been together? So, how long would it be now? About a year, I think. A year. That coincides with when my mother-in-law collapsed. I quit the job I loved so much to take care of her. And then Marvin does this? Oh, come on. Don't blame Marvin. You're the one to blame. Huh? You didn't wear makeup? You did care about fashion. You didn't take care of Marvin, did you? Besides, you're ugly, unlike me. If an ugly woman doesn't care about her own appearance, she's finished. It's no wonder your husband left you. That's terrible. How dare he betray me when I'm taking care of his mother? I mean, you're too insane. You're disgusting to put your hands on your sister's husband. I'm divorced and lonely. With a guy like Marvin around, you can't blame me for liking him. Excuse me? Young men are so nice. My ex-husband was an older, tired, old guy. Marvin is always full of energy, and his skin is so fresh and handsome. Oh yeah, Marvin told me. He said he can't believe me and you are sisters. I'm too attractive. I'm so attractive that he can't even see you as a woman anymore. You two are scum. You put me in charge of taking care of your kid. I'll never forgive you. You know what? Even a dull woman like you should be thankful that you can be useful to the family. So that means I'm a handy servant for you guys. That's right. Be a servant and take care of my kid and the old lady. Sis, if Marvin is around, please tell him. His mother isn't feeling well. Tell him to come home right away. I don't want to do that. We finally have a chance to be alone. I won't let him leave. You're going to regret this later. What? If you don't come home now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. You're overreacting. Even if you say she's not feeling well, it's probably just a cold or something, right? I know you're desperate to keep me away from Marvin. I'm not going to fall for that trick. She doesn't have a cold. She looks very sick, so I'm going to take her to the hospital as soon as I can. Okay. Good night. Well, I'm going now. I'm busy traveling with your husband. Heather! Why won't you answer my calls? Hey, Heather! Don't ignore me just because you lost your husband. Sis, what do you want? It's not a good time to talk. I have a favor to ask you. Will you pick me up at the airport? Huh? Why don't you just take a cab home? I don't have money for a cab. I spent a lot of money on the trip. Both Marvin and I have nothing in our wallets. I bought you some souvenirs, so please pick me up at the airport now. How brazen. You had an affair with my husband, and now you want me to pick you up at the airport? What's wrong with that? It's your job to take care of your family. I don't care about that right now. You're on your own. What is that? You're such a cheeky girl. You have a lot of free time anyway. You're at home, aren't you? The airport is less than an hour away. Just come and get me. I'm not at home. What? Then where are you? I just finished my mother-in-law's funeral. What? Funeral? Your mother-in-law died? I told you that she got sick, didn't I? After that, I rushed her to the hospital. She had to be hospitalized suddenly. Her condition suddenly got worse. She passed away 2 days ago. Oh, I can't believe it! Why didn't you tell me? That's terrible. I called you so many times, but you guys didn't answer the phone at all. I couldn't get a read on your texts either. I even had relatives call you several times. I thought you guys probably turned off your phone so you wouldn't be bothered. I couldn't get in touch with you. What? Oh, come to think of it. I turned off my phone for a while because I was so annoyed that you kept interrupting me. I told you, you would regret it. I see. Then I'll pay the cab fare with my credit card. I'm going to head to the funeral home with Marvin now. It's a little late for that, though. Oh, but wait a minute. Your mother-in-law passed away. That means Marvin's going to get the inheritance, right? Huh? His father passed away a long time ago. And Marvin, he's an only child. Oh my gosh, this is big. Your mother-in-law's inheritance is all his. Unbelievable. She passes away and you're talking about the inheritance. Marvin, he wants to divorce you and remarry me. I'm so lucky. If Marvin gets your mother-in-law's inheritance, I'll be rich in one fell swoop. That's impossible. What? Marvin won't get it. What are you talking about? I heard it all from Marvin. His mother lived a simple life, but she actually saved a lot of money. There's a will. A will? I want to leave all my possessions to Heather, who cared for me so devotedly. I won't give my son a single penny. His mother wrote that in her will. Hey, what's that? Marvin always kept making excuses that work was busy, and he never tried to take care of his mother at all. You've got to be kidding. There's absolutely no way she wouldn't give her inheritance to her own son. That's what she wanted. Okay. You coerced her, didn't you? What? You took advantage of her impaired judgment, and you forced her to write a will so that you could get all the inheritance. You coward. I had no idea until she died that she had left the will. What? She knew that Marvin was having an affair. Huh? Marvin let his guard down in front of his mother. He wasn't very cautious when he called and texted you. She may have been physically immobile, but she had a good head on her shoulders. So maybe you... Yeah. She told me. She told me she thought he was having an affair. Well, me and his mother, we never imagined he was having an affair with my sister. Wait a minute. So Marvin really won't get a penny? I don't care if you want to claim the remainder. Marvin borrowed money from his mother several times. He hasn't paid her back yet. That amount will be treated as a gift before her death. Even if he claims that, he'll only get scraps. That's a lie! He's a stupid man. Even though his pay wasn't that good, he borrowed money from his mom on several occasions and even owes me money. I know he was counting on his mother's inheritance, but she could see through it. He was always buying me brand name bags and accessories. I thought he was well paid. Not at all. I made more money than Marvin. Ever since I quit my job to take care of my mother-in-law, We've always been on the edge and had a hard time making ends meet. Oh no! By the way, your ex-husband also came to the funeral. When I told him about the situation with Crystal, he was so angry. What? Why is he going to your mother-in-law's funeral? I couldn't get in touch with you at all. I had your ex-husband call you too. You didn't notice? He's seen my mother-in-law a few times. He wanted to say goodbye, so he took off work to come to the funeral. He's a far cry from some scumbag who's having an affair while his own mother is dying. Shut up! He says he wants to get custody of Crystal back. Huh? I don't want that. I won't be able to get child support. You're such a jerk. What do you think your child is? A child needs a mother. A woman who leaves her child to go on a trip with a man she's cheating with, she has no right to call herself a mother. Crystal seemed happy to see her dad again. She clearly said she didn't want to be with her mom. That's a lie, of course. In the first place, my ex-husband is incapable of raising a child. He was a workaholic, going to work early in the morning and coming home late at night. But on his days off, he spent the whole day with Crystal. On weekdays, he said he'd get his parents to help him out. But, unlike you, your ex-husband is a man of integrity. It's obvious who's a better parent. Ugh! Shut up! I'll never give him my child no matter what you say. I won't be able to make a living without her. I told you before, you just have to work. I don't want to work. I was going to marry Marvin and live a life of an elegant housewife. Even if you can marry Marvin, I don't think you'll be able to live an elegant life. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm going to file compensation for damages against you guys. Huh? Compensation? Of course. Why are you surprised? You two were having an affair. No, I'm your sister. It's crazy to ask for compensation from a family member. I'm sorry, but I don't consider you family. That's awful. Not only do I get no inheritance, you're going to take all my money? It's all your fault. Hey, Heather. I'll apologize for cheating on you and Marvin, but please, don't make me pay compensation. It's too late to apologize now. I'll never forgive you for what you did. Oh no, I'll give you back Marvin. I'll step down quietly. No, you don't have to give that scumbag back. I'll gladly give him to my sister. Huh? Well then, you can come to the funeral home now. But be prepared to get beat up by the relatives. Also, will you tell Marvin for me? I hope you two get along in hell together. Later, my sister and my husband showed up at the funeral home. The relatives asked them why they did not attend the funeral. They confessed that they had been on a trip having an affair. Naturally, everyone was furious, and my sister and my husband were cut off from all the relatives. Perhaps their feelings cooled down after this mess, and they eventually split up. Crystal's custody was safely recovered by her dad. My sister was left completely alone. She lost her income in the form of child support. She reluctantly started working part-time. As well, I followed up by filing compensation damages against her. She worked and worked, but her finances continued to go into the red. Finally, she could no longer afford the rent and was evicted from the apartment. She cried to her parents, but they had already insulated her, so she could not rely on them. She's now working part-time all day long. She moves from one restaurant to another, working as a waitress. On the other hand, my husband quit his job immediately after his mother-in-law's funeral. Because the company he was working for was owned by a relative, the information that he had an affair with his wife's sister and did not attend his mother's funeral spread to all the employees at once. It became difficult for him to stay at work. Rumor has it that my husband is struggling to find a new job. He's living a miserable life, almost as if he were homeless. I don't care about that because we are strangers now. After my divorce from my husband, I moved into an apartment and started living alone. It was useful that I had obtained occupational training when I was a student. I was able to find a full-time job. My marriage had failed, but my life is not over yet. I'm looking forward to meeting new people and enjoying the freedom of single life for a while.
Good morning, Colleen. Dan's looking amazeballs as usual. So, hurry up and get a divorce already. Good morning, Ashley. As I've told you before, Dan and I are not getting a divorce. You need to stop hating on him. It's starting to bother him. You have no idea how Dan really feels, do you? He has to hide his love for me because he can't be with me since you won't divorce him. He's honorable like that. Why won't you stop avoiding reality? Pack your stuff and just leave. Then Dan and I could finally be together. Don't be a sore loser, Colleen. Ugh. How many times have we had this conversation? I know, right? So please, get the divorce. We're not getting a divorce. Stop asking. Anyway, I have to go to work, so bye. So you're running away from this conversation? That proves you know I'm right. You can't hide from the truth, Colleen. Your marriage is dead, okay? It's time to set Dan free. Hey, Dan. I heard from Ashley this morning. Convinced as ever that you love her. You okay? Hey. I ran into her at the corner. It took me forever to get rid of her. I ended up sprinting to catch the train. Seriously? Seriously. And today you wore your best suit freshly pressed because of that meeting you had with the CEO. I know, right? I started out the day in such a bad mood, but I had to ground myself for the meeting. Sounds stressful. Congrats for getting through it, though. Oh yeah, about that meeting. Yeah? I seriously didn't see this coming. It's huge. I'll tell you all about it when I get home. Huge? A huge step towards the future. Wow. But it's a major change for our family, and it won't be easy. The boss told me we should discuss if we are really up for it before making a decision. I wonder what it could be. It's too much to text, so we'll have a long talk when I get home, okay? All right. See you in a few hours. Love you. Love you more. Colleen! Hey, how you doing? So, I see you're getting a lot of visitors lately. I knew it. So you're finally getting the divorce. What? Now what have you dreamed up? Never mind. I might as well tell you now. Ashley, we're going to be moving soon. That's why you see us having guests over a lot. Oh, so that's why you've been throwing out more garbage lately than usual. And the thrift store truck, too. They came for a pickup. Are you watching us? That's pretty creepy. Anyway, could you please stop stalking my husband? Stalking? That is not what I am doing. Dan can't show his affection towards me because he's an honorable man. He loves me so much that he can barely look at me when we are together, knowing he can't touch me. So that's why I tell him every day, as much as I can, that I know he loves me, and we're soulmates. You're crazy. You're the crazy one. You won't admit that Dan's heart is mine now, even though it's totally obvious. Oh, about that. You have a wonderful husband and the sweetest little daughter. How can you, being a wife and mother, chase a married man around? How do you feel about that? Oh, that. Don't worry, we're getting a divorce. Oh? Really? Well, yeah. You know. No, I don't know. You're just pretending not to know because you don't want to admit it. Oh, Ashley, I never know what you're saying anymore. Anyway, the move is definite. So please stop stalking my husband. All right. I'll leave him alone. For now. Hi, Dan. How did it go with Ashley this morning? Oh, yeah. She was unusually reserved today. Maybe because you told her about the move. She usually talks my ear off, but today she just said a casual hi and kept walking. But I think she was waiting for me at the corner, though. I guess that's an improvement. Well, I'm not sure about that. What's going on? The way she ogles me. What? It's intense. Real intense. Ew. It really grosses me out. Oh, and she lingers on hugs. I hate that. I don't think we could have been any clearer about everything. I know, and I can't come out and say, please stop gawking at me, because I'll look so full of myself. And she could just say, no, I didn't, and then what? Ugh. I can't wait to move. Me too. Oh yeah. I finally got in touch with Ashley's husband. Really? I was wondering why I hadn't seen him around lately, and it turns out he got assigned to a project out of state for work. I ran into him while he was back on a visit, so I told him what's going on with Ashley. What did he say? He said he's sorry about all the trouble Ashley is causing us. And it's true that they're getting a divorce. They're going through a custody battle right now. He found out that Ashley's leaving their daughter at his sister's all the time. So he came back to try to reason in court that she's neglectful and shouldn't have custody. I see. I guess they have a lot going on too. Yeah. Either way, we're out of here in a week. Yeah. We'll just have to tough it out. Morning, Colleen! I saw you and your daughter leaving with all your stuff just now. Your husband looked so sad waving goodbye to your daughter. But I guess that means it finally happened. You got the divorce! So that means he's going to ask me to marry him tomorrow. I can't believe it. Actually, I have good news too. My divorce was finalized yesterday. We had a messy custody battle that dragged out. In the end, he got custody, but it's fine. I'll just make babies with Dan and start over. Just gotta wait to save up for our fairy tale wedding. Well, I'd better get packing. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm ready to start moving my things. Oh, oops. Can you give me Dan's number? What? Ashley, I just noticed all the notifications. Give me his contact info now! Oh, so you don't even know his number? It's just Dan playing hard to get. Exchanging phone numbers before we were both officially divorced could lead to misunderstandings, you know? Besides, we see each other all the time and celebrate our secret love. Secret love. I just thought we could exchange all our contact info when we started living together. But I just took my stuff over there, and I can't get in because the door's locked. I guess Dan went out. Why don't you go back to your house? I just gave my keys back to the landlord. That's why I need to talk to Dan ASAP. Come on, just tell me. I don't think so. What? What do you care? You're divorced, right? So what is this? You still can't get over him? Really, Colleen, this is getting pathetic. Get over it. Petty is not a good look on you. I even told my parents about my marriage to Dan. It's time to exit left gracefully. Ashley, I don't know where you got the idea, but we're not divorced. We're not getting divorced. What? But you said you were moving out. Yeah, we're all moving together. Huh? You're going back to your parents' house because you got a divorce, right? Your kid is leaving her elementary school, right? Because you got custody and you're moving away with your kid. Ugh, I'm telling you, we're all moving together. Of course Dan is coming with us. Besides, I never said I was going to get a divorce. Then why did I see Dan waving by at the door while you drove away with your kid? Wouldn't a happy family travel together? My husband had to stop by the company before our trip, so we left separately. I'm with him now at the airport. The airport? That's right. If you're flying there, I guess it's pretty far. Dan was promoted to branch manager in Switzerland. Switzerland? I'm not going to tell you which city. I wouldn't put it past you to follow us there. You can't do that. Dan wants to marry me. Give him back. If you don't let him leave your loveless marriage, how will he ever know true happiness with me? If you still care for him, let him go. You can't keep soulmates apart. You'll see. Ashley. What? So apparently you won't give a straight answer to Dan when he asks this, but I really need to know. What is it? Why do you think Dan is your soulmate? Huh? You know, it was really sudden when you started stalking Dan. What started it? I really don't appreciate being called a stalker, but fine. It was so romantic. Like a fairy tale. It still gives me butterflies. So, I dropped my keys walking past your house. He picked up the keys and smiled that beautiful smile of his and said, "Here you go." And at that moment, we fell in love. Okay. And when did this happen? I remember exactly. It was last October, the first Saturday of the month, in the afternoon. Okay, then. So, that wasn't my husband. What? I'm almost positive Dan was at a friend's wedding that day. He drove back to his hometown on Friday to be ready for the big day. Saturday afternoon would be during that wedding. Oh, and just so you know, he didn't come home until Saturday. We have plenty of pictures of him at the wedding, and there's no way he could make the drive back here on such a busy weekend. That means there's no way whoever picked up your keys for you was Dan. What? But I saw him coming out of your house. Oh, That was probably an Amazon delivery guy. I don't believe you. I specifically remember thinking, wow, this guy looks a lot like my husband. What? What did you buy? I don't remember. Why not? It's been months. And besides, this is just a guess, okay? I didn't see the guy pick up your keys. I wasn't there. I'm just trying to prove to you that it wasn't my husband. But... So, I think I proved to you that you're mistaking Dan for someone else. I guess you're right. I'm crushed, but I know I met my soulmate. That's great. I wish you luck in finding him. What? You're not going to help me? I can't. My plane is leaving soon. No! Wait! Don't leave me like this. Where am I supposed to go? Where? I can't go back to my old house. Actually, there was a little issue, and I can't stay at my parents' either. If you're moving to Switzerland, does that mean you sold your house? Yeah, of course. I'm homeless! They're calling us to the gate. What? Take care. Bye. No! Help me! Help! Ashley's ex-husband told me about what happened after that. Apparently, right after my last conversation with her, she tried to get back with him. He'd actually moved away with his parents, kid, and sister to start fresh somewhere else. So he obviously shut that down fast. I heard about this from the moms at school, but Ashley tracked down her soulmate delivery guy. It turns out he tricked her and conned Ashley out of all she had. On top of that, everyone knew how psycho she got with my husband and cut her out of their lives. Word is she's looking to make ends meet. It was the kind of incident that shook me to the core, especially because it all started from a case of mistaken identity.